touch on this week and give you some flavours of what we've been looking at, which has been primarily shipping and what sort of costs have been involved, what the sort of process has been so far, things like insurances that we've had to take, or not had to take out, but we've took out. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. For those of you that are new here, we have been documenting our process of obtaining an EB1A visa. It's been going on for a while.
It has, and heading off to the USA.
Specifically Orlando, Florida, which is where we've decided to move to.
Yeah.
So I'm Mark.
I'm Sam.
And we are a family of 4 that are travelling imminently. If you want to know a bit more about the process that we've adopted so far, everything we've gone through, go back and watch the other 30-something videos.
39, I think
39
it is.
videos,
yeah.
Is it? We've literally documented from pretty much, not quite day one, but close to it.
Yeah.
Certainly to give you a flavour of everything that goes on week by week, all the trials and tribulations that come with it, because there's been a few. But we are literally a week away from actually moving, so that's how close we are now.
We are.
So we've got a few things to touch on this week and give you some flavours of what we've been looking at, which has been primarily shipping.
It has. That's been our focus for the week.
So we thought we'd talk to you about who we're using, and what sort of costs have been involved, what the sort of process has been so far, things like insurances that we've had to take, or not had to take out, but we've took out, and what those have costed as well. They've all been done through the same company that we're using. So back in probably March, April time, I think.
Something like that.
I went away and got a number of quotes. They were all similar. The company that we've decided to use is Pickfords, and they were, I think, the cheapest at the time anyway.
I think it was also more because we've been following a lot of people that have been travelled out there, and a lot of people have used them. So it's been easier to kind of get an understanding of how people have found that process as well. Whereas we didn't really, get much in the way of feedback on anybody else.
Yeah.
So
we've opted to go to Pickfords. They've been absolutely fantastic. Every time I've called them or emailed or something, within 24 hours I've had a response, and it's always been very direct. It's been yes, no, this is what you do, this is how things work. So obviously we've had to wait until we got a little bit further down the line, and things have changed every time I've spoken to them.
Oh, sorry, I hit a dog.
Predominantly, obviously, for those of you that have been watching for a while, realised or know that we sold our house back in March. Originally. 6 weeks into the process, it all fell through because the other couple had issues and blah, 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 blah. But they were having an amount of furniture off. It was probably half of the house's furniture worth. So the original quotation that I had was not including a lot of that furniture.
No.
So fast forward to today, the family that are buying from us now, they're still having some furniture, but nowhere near as much. In fact, they're having different stuff.
Yeah. So,
again, Pickfords have been really accommodating. We've said, look, things changed. We're now taking that stuff, but we're not taking that stuff. So they revised all the sort of inventory, gave us a new price, which was about 100, 200 quid difference from the first one we had. I don't think it's changed that much at all, really.
No.
So our shipping then. So we have a 5-bedroom detached house here in the UK. It's tight for Americans. It's tiny. It's about 1,350 square feet, so it's not huge. But in the UK, it's a reasonable sized house.
Mm-hmm.
We've got one of the bedrooms is an office, one bedroom is a dressing room, and then we've got 3 bedrooms that have got regular bedroom stuff in. And then we've got lounge, dining room, conservatory, garage, and so on and so forth. So to give you an idea of the sort of how much stuff we've got in here. There's only a handful of things that aren't coming. Dining table, dining chairs, bar stools that are in the kitchen. One of the beds is the smallest bed of the 3 isn't coming. And some of the garden furniture, pretty much. And the TVs. None of the TVs are coming. But other than that, pretty much everything else is coming. Now, again, if you've been watching any of the other videos you've seen, you've probably got a reasonable idea of
what that is.
How much stuff we've got in the house. Yeah. So, yeah, the shipping includes all of that. Now, a lot of the shipping is also... it's what they class as high value items. So basically anything that's worth over 500 quid to replace new, like for like, they class it as a high value item. So it goes on like a different section when it comes to for insurance purposes. So quite a lot of it is, and that's the reason why we're bringing it.
Yeah, because we're not going to get for it what
we want for it,
second
hand, and for us to go and buy it, because we use everything that we've got. So all of these things, if we was to then try and replace them, they will cost us a fortune out there. We've looked, even things like Finn's football stuff, it's like 5 times the cost out there. So yeah, it makes sense just to
and then not just that, there's things that we want as well. So we've got a number of bits of artwork around the house that we wanted to take.
Yeah,
so
we've accumulated that over like 15 years that we've been together. So it's like stuff that's sentimental as well as got value. So we're taking all those sorts of things. So we've got about... So if I go to the shipping, just the shipping cost alone. So our shipping has cost us £9,800. Sounds like a
40-foot container.
That's a 40-foot container. So it sounds like a lot of money when you say that.
Yeah.
But that is, they turn up next week. They're here for 2 days. There's a team, I'm guessing. Also, I'm told there's a team. We've been instructed not to take anything out of cupboards. Don't do anything, basically. So what we have done is we've gone through cupboards and went, we're not taking that. That's not coming. That can go to a new home.
That's going in a suitcase.
Recycling, wherever it's going. Yeah. So we've gone through virtually everywhere around the house and done that process and got rid of the stuff that we're not interested in taking. And then anything we are taking, we put them back in the cupboard. So the idea being then that Pickfords will come next week. They will pack everything for us. There's a number of reasons for that. Primarily it's because they have to document everything for customs, but they also need to document everything and the condition of when they're packing it for insurance purposes. So there's like a twofold reason. I think it's predominantly for customs, but it kind of makes sense. They've got to do both. So they come and pack everything, they box everything, they take it all away in vans, they take it to a centre which is in Birmingham, I believe. It then all gets palletised, and then whatever can be palletised gets palletised. All of it then gets put into a 40-foot container. It then gets shipped to Southampton, I think it goes from. It goes across the water to Miami, which takes about 6 weeks. Gets picked up to the end. Container gets empty at the port. It then all gets driven to where we will be in central or greater Orlando. And then they unload all the van and put it into the property. I don't believe they unbox it at the other end.
No.
I think they just put the boxes where you want them.
Yeah, you can have it room to room. I've seen a lot of people that have just had boxes put into a garage.
Yeah.
And then they've unloaded them from there. And I can understand that because you don't know what the rooms are like until what's going where.
Yeah, so anybody that watches Katie's Florida Life, so Katie and Jason, I think Katie did the same thing. And also
think Chloe did the same
Life
thing.
Did the same thing. So we'll just do whatever the other end is. But we know this is what's happening this end. So 9,900 quid for that.
Does that include the container that they're making for us for the art?
Yes.
So we're
also having a custom made, or 3 custom made stillages that the artwork will go in. So the artwork will be packaged so it's secure, and then we've got custom made crates that artwork's going into to try and best protect it. All that's happening. We've got stuff in the garage that's going as well. So we've got some like heavy items. So we've got sofas, we've got beds. Our bed is the bed that you can see behind us is ridiculously heavy. There is gym equipment in the garage that's coming. Even up to the point where we've got like 35 kilo dumbbells, I think. So we've got some reasonably heavy stuff that's being shipped, and all that's coming as well. There's bikes in there. There's the football stuff for Finn's outside. So there's quite a lot really when we look at it, and we've started putting stuff in the lounge, which you may have seen somewhere in this video, either before or after.
It'll come later.
You'll see that even the stuff in the lounge already is quite a lot, and that's just where we've gone. We need to make some space, so let's put it all in the lounge because we've kind of cleared that out. So we've got quite a lot of stuff to go. So they come in, they package everything up, they take legs off stuff that are possibly could be damaged or broken in transit. They protectively wrap everything. So they've got special mattress bags that all the mattresses go in to try and prevent damage, damp, anything like that. They do what they try and do everything they can to make sure that whatever it looks like here
is what it looks like,
and the condition it's in is what you end up receiving. So that's the cost of the shipping side. So that's door to door, but room to room, and somebody else packs everything for you, which is a very, very strange feeling, because obviously when you normally move house, you go to a room, you put stuff in boxes, you pack everything up, you put that box in your garage, or you put it somewhere allocated, and then you're like, right, I've done that room now. Currently, it just feels like we're moving stuff from one room to another. So I don't actually feel like we've packed anything or organised anything. It's quite a strange... I'm sure once we get to Wednesday, Thursday next week, it'll be, oh, okay, now we're moving stuff.
I'm hoping so.
I bloody hope so, yeah. So that is the moving side, the actual physical moving side. Then you get to take out insurances. So there's 3 insurance things that you get options to take out. So the first one is cancellation insurance. So if you, for whatever reason, you had to cancel at last minute, it's £495, and you can basically just drop the whole thing at the last minute. That's not going to happen, so I've not bothered with that one. You also get mould and mildew insurance coverage that you can take out. So obviously it's going into a container on the sea, going into a mouldy, wet, damp environment. Especially as we're sending
soft furnishings,
sofas, beds, mattresses. And
I know, just before we go any further on that, we will get comments on this video when we're talking about the fact that we're shipping beds and mattresses, about the fact that the sizings are different out there, and we know, and we are making sure that we order bottom sheets before we leave, and they will come with the bedding as well.
It's far more important to add that the only reason we're bringing any beds with us is the one we're currently sat on
was a very expensive
scandalously
bed.
Expensive.
Yeah.
So this is coming with us, but both of the beds that are coming with us will end up being guest beds. They won't arrive fast enough for us to need them.
No.
For when we need them, sorry. So for us, our bed, and for both boys, we're going to go and get new beds for them. Yeah. These will end up being guest beds, so they won't be used all the time. As Sam's already said, we're going to get spare
sheets and send them over.
From here that take with us. So
and then, as and when we need to replace them, if somebody's coming to visit, they'll just bring us over a new one, because we're very much aware that the sizing's different. We Googled it and everything, and we know. So, but it just made sense to bring some of them, especially because they're not old either.
Sizing only matters if you're buying fitted sheets. If you're buying flat sheets, it's irrelevant.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So the things that you're going to put on top of the bed, or like
they fold under anyway.
A cover thing, that won't matter. So it's only really some fitted sheets to go on the bottom.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And in the grand scheme of like the shipping stuff, they take up space in the container, but they're only a small area. Yeah. Smallish area. So so
insurance, mould and mildew.
And then the other insurance, which is the bigger one and definitely more expensive, is you can basically insure all of the items that are being shipped. Certainly the items that have got value, that if something happens to them or they get broken or anything like that, they're going to cost you a fortune to replace. So I've sort of gone round every room and looked at all of the things that I was like, well, actually, if that got broke, it will cost us £300-500 to replace plus, or dollars, whichever way you want to look at it. So things like we've got virtually brand new cordless vacuum cleaners, cordless floor cleaner, which are only 6 months old, if that.
Which bring an interesting point, which we'll touch on later.
Yeah. So there's those things that are only a few months old. So they're the sort of things that we've got to. We can't take them in luggage because they're too big. Yeah. So they're going to be shipped. But there's nothing wrong with them. They're perfectly good. But they're £400, £500, whatever they were. So they're the sort of things you insure. We've got computers, and all of the computers that we're sending are quite high-end machines. All the monitors that come with them, they're all quite high-end, expensive monitors. Now, to replace them like for like, the monitors, for example, they're like 800 quid each. You can buy them second hand for like 350, 400 quid. So,
but the insurance is old for new.
Old for new. So they're insured on those. All of the computers I've built over time, but they are still expensive machines. So by the time we've stacked up everything, including then the artwork and all the other artsy type stuff that we've got, any of the ornaments that we've got that have got value or expense, all of that has to be itemised and documented. So if it gets broken in transit,
furniture and everything as well,
anything get damaged, whatever it happens to be, it's insured, it's covered, we can claim for it and get funds back so we can go and buy a new one.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a rule that they work to. So there's sort of category 1 and category 2. I won't bore you with the details of what it is. Basically, what the general rule of thumb is if the items in category 1 are value more than 20% of your total insured value.
Mm-hmm.
So if you, let's say your insurance is, if you've got a total value of insurance of £50,000 and your category 1 items are £10,000 or more, you end up paying like an excess premium because your high value items exceed the overall value. That's basically what they've said. As was like huge. As was like about 12 grand of non-expensive items, and the rest of it was expensive.
Yeah.
So our insurance for the whole shipment was £2,700. So in total, to ship everything, £12,500. Now, again, it sounds like a lot of money. It sounds crazy. Why are you spending 12.5 grand to ship all of this furniture halfway across the world? The bed we're sat on was 10 grand. I'm not going to get 10 grand for it if I sold it. I'll be lucky if I got 2.
You're lucky if you get a couple of £100.
Because it's a second-hand bed. No one's interested in second-hand beds. It's a very, very good bed, and it kind of seems a waste not to bring it with us.
Yeah.
And to replace it, to get like for like, it's going to cost me about 8 to 10 grand in dollars.
Yeah.
Whatever that translates to. So it kind of makes sense for us to
bring them. Make use of them.
And everything else that we've got stacked up. So we've done all that. Everything that's all now sorted. It's all paid for. So yeah, I've got a call on. I'm expecting a call on Tuesday from a team leader. Don't know who it is yet, but apparently there's a team leader going to be calling me to give me just basically a quick rundown of what they're going to do and how they're going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're coming on Wednesday and Thursday. Apparently they're going to have everything done and dusted in 2 days. I'm going to be very impressed if they do it in 2 days. I don't believe them.
They will, because this is what they do all day long.
Yeah. So that's done. So yeah, we'll.
So they come in, and then we will ask them if they mind us videoing a little bits of them, not like videoing the whole thing, but just to give you a bit of a flavour for what it's like when they come and do it. But obviously, that's very much dependent on whether they're happy for us to do that or not.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can, we will. So you can see that in process.
Document about that.
But then coming back to when Mark was talking about the cordless vacuums and taking them, and I said that there's an interesting thing that you have to bear in mind. One of the things they did send us over was a list of things that you are and aren't allowed to ship. And this is where it gets interesting in terms of what we thought we were going to be able to ship, what we can't, and why we're potentially going to need to rejig some of our packing.
Some of it's like common sense stuff. Like you can't ship firearms in a container. You can't.
Not that we've got any here.
We haven't got any, and you can't ship. You can't ship like fireworks. You can't ship flammable items. You can't ship. This surprised me actually. You can't ship like any aerosols. So you can't ship like WD-40.
Or deodorants.
I've got a can of WD-40 in my toolbox downstairs, and that can't go because it's an explosive. It's flammable. Is it flammable? Oh, it's definitely explosive.
Well, that just made me think of something else in a second. I'll ask you when we get there.
Yeah, so I would say some of it's common sense items. You can't ship food drink items.
Drinks,
You can't ship dog food. Some of it makes sense, and then the other ones, which is probably the most important one, is the fact that you can't ship anything with a lithium-ion battery in it. Anything whatsoever. The batteries can't go in. You can ship the item without the battery in if you can take the battery out or off.
Yeah.
But you can't ship lithium-ion batteries in a container because it's a fire hazard. I think it's basically because if something goes wrong or if something happens to the lithium-ion battery, it starts to smoke and it catches fire, they're never going to get to it on a ship full of 2,000 containers.
Yeah.
So it's a massive risk and a massive hazard. So they all need to go into carry-on luggage in some way, shape or form.
That's the thing. So, like, when we talk about the cordless vacuum, we've now got to allow for the hand luggage, because these lithium-ion batteries are not supposed to go in hold luggage either.
No.
They're meant to go in your hand luggage. So we've now got to make sure that in the hand luggage on the plane, we've got space for all of the batteries and any devices that we've got around the house that we plan on taking that have got lithium-ion batteries. That's everything, all laptops, all tablets, all handheld devices, speakers, cameras, everything.
Yep.
So it's going to make hand luggage heavy and interesting.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we've also got 3 laptops that are coming.
Yeah. And like the kids have got Switches.
Nintendo Switches, yeah.
Nintendo Switches and
tablets,
phones,
watches.
Yeah, headsets, gaming headsets. They've all got to go in the hand luggage. So, yeah, that's something to bear in mind. And that's a question that I've got for you actually, because I was talking to a family that moved over there recently. They're on Instagram and TikTok. I will put the name of their handle down here, and Julie and Sam were saying to me about how they wish that they'd shipped more in the way of tools over, because tools there are very expensive.
As in hand tools?
Yeah, and just tools. So like your cordless drill, you're not going to be because that's a battery powered, isn't it?
I plan to take it,
but it won't be able to go in the shipping, so you're going to have to put the battery.
I could take the battery off.
I know, but we're going to have to. Again,
the battery's only this big.
Oh, is it?
Well, the big SDS drill you've got isn't. That's a monstrous battery, but the little Makita ones, I need tiny.
Yeah, no, the little one. But that's what I'm saying. If you want to take any of the battery-powered tools, we're going to have to allow for putting those batteries in the hand luggage as well.
Yes, and that's not much of an issue. I've only got 2. So.
Yeah, are there any restrictions about how many battery items you can take in your hand luggage? And what happens when we go through security and they put this hand luggage through?
They're not going to go through one case. I'm not going to put everything in one case.
No, I know, but you're going to have to get it all out, aren't you?
I don't think you
do you have to do that through scanners these days, where you're going to literally have to get out anything like a tablet or that's a battery so that they can inspect them?
I don't think so. Tablets and laptops, I think you have to.
So if there's anybody that works in an airport and specifically thinks about Manchester and knows what the current arrangements are with security with anything like that, please drop it in the comments below, because we may have to forfeit some stuff. So,
should find out.
Yeah. So that's going to be a watch this space. We could be the really annoying people at security that stop everybody from getting through for ages while we unload 4 cabin cases with all of this stuff with batteries.
It's going to be interesting, the looks or the conversations we get. Why are you shipping a vacuum battery?
Well, that's what I mean.
I'm pretty sure we're not the first people to do it, and
No, we probably are, because most people will have sold these items and then decided to rebuy them there.
No. People have, even recently we've watched people that have travelled and they've shipped 4,000 cases with them. You're telling me they've never took any of this stuff with them?
I don't know.
Don't believe it. Don't believe they haven't.
Anyway.
We'll find out. And if anybody knows, drop it in the comments. Let us know.
We're going to have fun with that.
What else have we got left? Oh, yeah, and doggy flights. All doggy flights are now done. We'd already talked about, we've done the K9 Jets one.
Yeah.
I've also now booked the JSX flights from New York to West Palm Beach. Mm-hmm. And they have a car to be picked up at 6th, I think it is. Mm-hmm. To be picked up, so a one-way travel, so I can drive it up to Orlando, drop the dogs off, and then I'll take the car back to somewhere. Orlando somewhere. Can't remember where it was, but yeah, it's in Orlando somewhere. So we've got that booked, that's all sorted. I have a call tomorrow with the K9 Jets guys.
I thought it was Monday.
No, I said tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Saturday at 7.
Oh, yeah, Saturday at 7, yes.
I've got a call tomorrow at 7 with the K9 Jets guys. I think it's only like almost like an introduction call, and just to give us an idea of how the day works. But you also get to meet the other people on the plane.
Oh, there we go.
And the other doggies. They've said that you get to introduce your doggies. I don't think they're going to want me to, if I'm honest.
No, we already... well, it depends. It depends, because actually, I don't know whether it's selective or not. So if another dog or an animal becomes on the television, they see it, they go mad at it. Roxy gets quite distressed because I think she thinks whatever animal it is stuck in the TV, because she kind of cries and barks.
I mean, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong, no. So we have that. But if you do a video call with them...
Oh, they haven't got a clue.
And like even before we've shown them other dogs on the video call, they're completely oblivious. Now, I don't know whether that's just because at that point in time they're choosing not to acknowledge the video call. So we're going to test that theory tomorrow.
I don't think they're going to be interested. They're not going to notice. They're going to be looking at when you, because it's always the same. When you say, "Look, Rox, look, Belle, look who's on the camera," they no.
Yeah, ignore you.
But of their own accord.
Yeah.
Oh,
if one of them barks, that's for certain. That will get their attention.
Yeah. We'll find it.
Yeah.
We'll find it. But we'll let you know how that goes. So JSX flights are done. K9 Jets flights are done. Car hire. I've also booked car hire. In fact, I didn't think it was that bad. I vowed never to use Avis. Not because Avis have done anything wrong.
Just because the queue in the airport is absolutely
ridiculous.
The airport,
both of experience of family members that have been and used them, and our own visual experience of coming out of the airport. Coming in MCO, you go down to level 2, level 1, whatever it is you go down to the car hire section, and walking out the elevator lift and seeing a horrendous queue, thinking, crap, have we got to stand in that now for car hire? And noticing that it was just the Avis queue.
Yeah.
So I vowed never to get an Avis vehicle from any airport, let alone MCO. But I've organised it through Avis, but not from the airport. So we're going to arrange transfers from the airport, because we've got a crap load of luggage to get rid of anyway. So we're going to arrange transport from the airport to our first destination when we get there. And I've booked car hire to be picked up from Cabana Bay.
There
instead.
We go.
So we're picking car hire up on the Wednesday. We get there on the Monday, on the Wednesday. So we're pretty much in Disney for the first day and a half anyway.
Yeah.
So I booked it for Wednesday to be picked up from Cabana Bay, and I've got it for a month.
There we go.
Which should tie us over for everything that we need to do, and organising our own car and doing Florida driving licences and insurances and all the other bits and pieces we need to do. So hopefully, if not, we can just extend it.
Yeah.
It's not an issue. So that was sorted. So I think that's pretty much it. I think, like, in terms of getting organised, we've had some further conversations with Jess, our realtor, about properties. She's gone off to have a look at some ones that we've shown an interest in, see what she can do. She has kind of intimated that a lot of the time people expect you to have your social security numbers first, which is a bit of a bugger.
She's going to be, we're stuck in that whole which comes first, the chicken or the egg situation, because we can't do a lot until we get the social security number, but then in some senses you can't do anything until you've got a permanent address, and you need the social security number to get the permanent address. So we're just going to have to figure that out when we get there.
Yeah.
But she's going to have conversations with them and see whether people would be happy to deal with us on the basis that we don't have social security numbers. And I guess it's just going to be on the landlord. But I don't think there's rhyme or reason to a lot of any of that where the rentals are concerned. No. Whether it's the leasing agent or whether it's the landlord.
I think the first challenge is getting them to respond.
Yeah, so we're going to see how that goes.
So we'll see how that goes. And we found another one or two since again, so we'll keep her up to date with.
Yeah, she's got a list of probably about 7 or 8 houses now.
Yeah.
Maybe even 10 now.
Yeah.
That are currently up for rent that we're kind of looking at and going, oh yeah, okay, that could work for us. So we've got a priority list and a favourites out of that, but we're just gonna have to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm. So that's underway. So yeah, we're going in the right direction. I'm in the process of setting up I've been able to set up a VoIP, VOIP, voice over IP telephone number, a US telephone number based in Orlando, which is going to allow me to actually start trying to sign up for things, because believe it or not, a number of the stuff you have to have a US number for. So I've set one of those up. That's done. So yeah, we're kind of underway. We're starting to get some of the business stuff done, because that's quite urgent. So I'm just in the background trying to tickle all those over, while still trying to run a company, two companies here. And pack.
Yeah. And onto that side of the packing, I have took a few little clips throughout the week of doing the packing, just in case you're interested. So I will insert those here now. Hello and happy Saturday, everybody. So now we start the chaos that is packing the house. Hey Finster.
Yeah?
We're not anywhere near doing Finn's room yet. No. We currently started with mine and Mark's stuff, because that seemed the most sensible place to start, seeing as we've got the majority of it. So let's show you what we've got planned. So I've been round all of the upstairs, like bedroom, living rooms, and put little lists on all the doors of all the things that need to be done in each room, so that we can go around and tick them off. Now I need to actually cross off 1 and 2 on that one. And then in here so far, we have now been through the wardrobes. And in here, technically now, is anything, well, especially this half of the wardrobe, is anything that is going to get packed and go with the shipping. And then that is what Mark's living out of for the next week and a bit. The buyers of the house are keeping the wardrobes, the dressing table and the store and the blind and stuff. So we just need to sort everything else out on there. All of the drawers are already empty. And then I've still got to go through these. And then I need to figure out what's happening with my lounge fly bags. Do I ship them or do I pack them? Can I wait, 3 months-ish max to get my lounge fly bags and resist the temptation of basically adding to the collection? Mark would say categorically, yes, I can wait. So I'm thinking, for a space thing more than anything else, at least the majority of them need to go in the shipping. So yeah, this is where we are in the dressing room. So these are all things that just need to come down onto the floor and be piled up for packing. And those two can be broken down, those IKEA ones. I've also sorted out the shoes that were in the bags on the floor, which you saw as I did a pan around the room. Those are all shoes to go in the shipping. And then we're on to our room, where we currently have folder extraordinaire Nanny A, currently sporting my Christmas ears, which are obviously coming in the suitcase, so I need to be able to make sure I can wear them. National Hockey, it is Christmas Mould, Christmas Vacation replica shirt that apparently he's wearing at Christmas. Apparently. So yeah, we've currently got piles of clothes here which all need to get into vacuum bags and be packed into suitcases. Progress is however being hindered by the fact that we are awaiting the delivery of the vacuum bags, which is supposed to be today, but typically they're not coming till between 3 and 6. So, but we have also now sorted out these drawers behind me, and Mark and I have just got like one drawer each with things that we're going to wear over the next sort of, week and a bit, because when we've realised about it, we actually have to be out of this house in less than 2 weeks. In fact, Pickfords are coming to do the shipping and start packing everything up a week on Wednesday. Oh my gosh, Finlay, we've got a lot to do. So we need to get cracking. don't we? So if I can get Mummy and Daddy's room done as much as possible today, we can then move on to your room. Sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. Right then, we're going to crack on and I will come back to you with a bit more of an update in a bit. So, the vacuum bags have arrived with their little pump. So we're going to give them a whirl. These ones were, what's the make of them? I got them off Amazon.
Some backies.
Something or other. I have no idea what the brand is. But anyway, there we go. This is what they look like out. You have a 20-inch one. Girls, no, 24-inch one and 28-inch one. So now we've got to try and put
Girls, stop it.
all these clothes into the bags and see how it fares. So you apparently just open the bag, seal the bag, using this little stopper on the top to suck all the air out. Now we supposedly attach the little pumpy thing to this. And there we go. Vacuum packed. Now we've just got the rest of this to go. Get the gist. We'll come back and we've done a bit more. We are making headway. So the bed is now nearly clear. However, we're on our last bag of vacuum bags.
We've got more coming.
But we do have some more coming tomorrow, thankfully. And this was a pack of 15 that we've currently used. Good job, Marky. So we've now got all of those vacuum bagged up. But we are going to hang these of Finley's up in there for now. And we're going to call it a day. And we're going to go round to my sister's, just get a takeaway and double up getting food, being somewhere that's a bit tidier and seeing family all in one hit. So that's the plan. So we'll be back to this tomorrow, which for you will be now. It is now Sunday and we are back, but this time we're actually trying to put some stuff into suitcases, seeing how we get on. Mark's trying out my Haunted Mansioneers, getting in the spirit of things.
In the zone, yeah.
Literally, you know, 999 spirits with room for just one more and all that. As you can see, our vacuum bags stood the test of the night. So far so good. And now we're just trying to get as much as we can in and see where we end up with what we've got left. Here's the test. Can we get it shut? Boom! We are... Oh, we're good, we're good. That's also around 26.
Less than 30 is the key thing.
Good morning and a very happy Tuesday.
Let's think about that,
I don't think I actually recorded anything yesterday, so apologies on that front. It was just more sorting and packing, so nothing that interesting. Just segregating stuff into stuff that's going into shipping and stuff that is coming in cases, and we're waiting delivery of 2 new cases, so we can't really do a fat lot until they arrive. However, we've just had an exciting delivery.
These are, we're hoping, all 4 passports.
Yes.
With visas in them, because I only had a notification yesterday to tell me mine was coming back.
Yes.
Now, I've read online that is normal, and the reason for that is because I'm the main applicant, so they all just get
put in one envelope. That's what we're hoping. Otherwise, Mark did something he didn't tell me and the boys about, which was take us off the application.
No, I didn't.
Right now, those things are priceless. To us, anyway.
Bugger off, dog.
Yours isn't in there, I'm afraid. We're going to get you your little fit to fly to America visa, don't you worry. There are definitely 4 passports in there.
Definitely 4 passports.
Oh, is it in there, Marky?
That's wild. Yeah. I'm going to show you from a distance so you can't see it, but yeah. Yeah, I've definitely got one.
And there we go. So the passports are now here, which means we are really definitely going. Really definitely going, because we were worried they weren't going to turn up and we were going to be at the airport. Less the passports, which was never going to go down well. Oh, look at the joy on his face as he's reading it. Look. Oh.
So I think we've all...
Accompanying letter says we have to have entered the US by March 2026. Otherwise, that's it. Our application gone. I mean, no danger there. We're off in like less than a week. Less than 2 weeks. Yeah.
15th of March 26.
There we go. We've got our brown envelopes that we need to hand in. We've got our passports with the visa stamps. And now we just need to get finished with the packing. Exciting! Also a little bit scary. Hello and a very happy Friday. I don't even remember what day in the week it was I left you last. I think it may have been Wednesday. But it has just been absolute, total and utter chaos here all week packing. And Mark ended up with a busier work week than we intended. So we're perhaps a little bit behind packing schedule that we would have liked. So yeah, it's going kind of well. Everywhere just looks a complete mess and a tip. And it's making me feel a bit nauseous, seeing everywhere looking so messy, I can't lie. And it's looking bare. Things are coming down off the walls now and kind of doesn't feel like home, if that makes sense, because all the stuff's down and in piles. But I'll flip it all round and show you where we've got to so far. But there's stuff everywhere, so apologies in advance. So if we start out here in the lounge, you can see it has now become the pile for everything that is kind of ready for sort of shipping. We've put things where we've got boxes back in boxes. So our surround sound, we had a telescope, so that's all been boxed back up for shipping. We've got all of the artwork and stuff down off the walls. Tried to accumulate all of like the decorative things all here in one place to try to make it a bit easier for the shippers. Hall is just really the hall at the moment, but nobody's bothered putting shoes away. Kitchen then, oh my gosh, you're going to have to excuse the mess in here. We've got 3 boxes here which are all for the tip. We've got a few bits that all need sort of sorting out where they are going to go. And over this side, we've got more stuff that needs sorting here. This is like our own medical box, if you like, where we just keep all of the over-the-counter stuff. We need to figure out what we can and can't take with us. Here's the place where we're putting everything that we aren't taking. So this is in almost our... Well, apart from the furniture and the bar, obviously. So in terms of the stuff that's just put in here, this is the stuff that we can't take. So is our kind of family free-for-all. So people can come and, yeah, family car boot time. As you can see, we have a lot of fans. Our house is great in the winter because it keeps nice and warm. But in the summer, it gets very, very hot. So yeah, we had fans all over the place and a few air conditioning units as well. But let's go take you upstairs and show you where we're at there. So coming up the stairs, there's Mark.
With the same hat on, because I can't remember where any of the others are.
They're all packed, that's why.
Ah, that's why I've got the same
That's
hat.
why. Office is kind of made a start on.
Most of it's kind
segregating
of,
stuff.
It's all stuff that's got to be packed by because we can't do anything.
And we can't do anything with it. Computers all need breaking down still, so that's got to be something that gets done.
We're still using them, so.
Yeah, this is a bit of rubbish down here and some empty boxes that need packing.
Do you want to take that?
That was your little shelf that you 3D printed me. Can do. Boys' rooms. Yeah, we're not even going to talk about that right now. Yeah, we've done nothing with those so far. Finley's is the same. We've got to, get figuring out in here. Loft is open because we've been up there and been getting boxes down to pack up. We have these suitcases here. These are all currently packed and full. But we've got all stuff that's on top here which all needs to go in a case. And these were 2 new cases that we've had delivered so we can pack those. These are all like birthday and Christmas presents we've been given that I need to pack to take. And then everything else sort of in here, any of that on the floor there is all to go in the shipping. I still need to do my makeup one on the top and figure out what I'm packing versus what is, I don't know what yet. All of these clothes in here are all for shipping. And then I need to sort out the stuff on the top of the dressing table. But that is kind of where this room's at. And then our bedroom has sort of all been sorted. This is all piles of stuff with lithium-ion batteries, which is going to have to go in hand luggage. But as you can see, there is stuff everywhere. Everywhere looks a mess. It is chaos. It is Friday and they start coming to pack up on Wednesday. So that's where we've got to. We will carry on and keep recording it so you can kind of come along with us while we continue packing next week. And then the rest of this week has been primarily around just trying to see people and catch up with people whenever we can. So we went out for lunch with some of my family on Tuesday.
Yep.
And I took a few clips, so I'll put those in now. We went to just a local, typical British traditional pub restaurant, really. Had some nice food.
I think I was still digesting mine about 3 days later.
Yeah, Mark went for, as you'll see, the fish and chips, big chip supper thing. So, we had a lovely time there with that. Finley went into school and did his last day at school. And he went in for Tudor Day. And primed by his aunt, my sister.
Finley gets his sense of humour from me. So he's a little comedian.
And kind of from Sally as well. You and Sally are very similar too.
I'm funny, though.
They're competitive as well. Not that you'd have guessed. They came up with the great idea that, based on the fact they've got to dress up as something from Tudor times, that Finley should go as a jester. Seeing as he provides the entertainment and the fun, it seemed like a really great idea. So Finley did go dressed as a court jester for his Tudor Day with a book of dad jokes so that he could entertain everybody. So he had a fab day at school and that was his last day. Jacob finished last Friday, despite my trying to convince him to go in at least for a few days this week to go and see friends and, all that sort of thing. He was adamant that no, he was done. But to be fair to him, we always struggle as we get towards the end of a half term anyway. He gets overwhelmed with the expectations of being at school, the travelling between classrooms, the fact that they've got to be there on time, this, that and the other. So by the time we get to 2 to 3 weeks out from the end of a half term, it's always him struggling with the idea of going to school.
Yeah, it's always that first half term after 6 week holiday. It's the worst one.
Yeah. And then the last one before they finish for the summer.
Yeah.
But he's basically been done now for a week anyway of school, so there was no way I was getting him in this week. But the schools have been absolutely wonderful in helping me try to navigate what I need to do, which has basically been to inform them that we were unenrolling the kids, deregistering them if you like. Jacob's High School had luckily got a meeting with an educational welfare officer in the week, and so they were able to ask them the best way for them to sort of record the request, and it was kind of down, and they've been able to do something effectively because we're relocating, so that's all good and sorted. So that's the kids all done with school.
Mm-hmm. So
Finley has
organised.
his last team football training today,
and he has his last football match on Sunday.
And then your parents are coming to watch him at training tonight.
Yep.
And then we'll see them tonight as well.
Yeah, we'll probably see them again
before we go.
And I've got to go and see mine now.
You do?
And we're on at some point. There's a friend of mine coming over or a friend of ours coming on Monday to come and see us.
We're seeing some friends tomorrow.
Yeah. Chaos.
So
craziness.
We're trying to cram everything in as much as we possibly can.
And house-wise, everything is now looking like it's going to fully exchange and complete next Friday, which was always the plan.
Yeah.
So it's all, touch wood. There is a wooden chest of drawers behind this camera.
Yeah,
so
timing.
All timing is going in the right direction. So fingers crossed, the next week just goes to plan and everything happens like it's supposed to. And then as of next Friday, we're officially homeless.
We are. So with that in mind,
we are nomads.
We will be. We're going to be sofa surfing or a hotel. We're not 100% sure yet. This is on my list of marks to do.
Yeah, it's probably the only thing I haven't organised yet.
No. But we can sofa surf if we need to. That's not a problem. But on the basis that we are homeless as of next Friday, I'm not really sure what we're going to do about a vlog for Saturday yet, next week. Because it's all going to be about editing something and getting it up.
What about if we do a live?
That might be one of the things that we possibly need to consider doing. Seeing about maybe doing a live next Saturday. So
we'll have access to
the internet and computer to be able to do a live. It's just not necessarily going to be able to edit and put up a pre-recorded video.
Let us know. Let us know in the comments if you'd like us to do a homeless live next week.
Yes. Or if you've got any questions you want us to answer in a live, then also drop them.
We're going to have no bills. It's going to be really exciting.
Below.
Imagine having no mortgage and no bills to pay.
Yeah. I know one of the things that we have been being asked is if we could talk a little bit about how we're feeling, how the kids are feeling about moving. So maybe that's something we can kind of get into in the live. I can't promise how much the kids will or won't say, only because you ask them an answer and you'll get a one-word reply.
Well, you ask
not because
one of them you'll ask him a question and he'll go yes.
Yeah, I'm fine, and that'll be it. And that's not because
you might get a bit more out of.
But that's just
kids.
Yeah, it's just kids. That's not for No. So we'll ask that and see what happens.
No.
We can make.
If you want to know how we're feeling at the moment, we don't know because we're a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I haven't got time to stop and think about it.
Got time to stop and think.
No. So. No. But we will make sure that by the time we get to the live next week, we've stopped and gathered our thoughts on that. So
we're excited.
That's oh gosh, yeah, it's the excitement.
There's a lot of excitement.
Definitely.
And panic because we've only got a week left.
Yeah, that's the thing at the moment.
Excitement and panic. That's this week's emotions.
Yeah.
Excitement and oh crap.
Yeah. And we better go because I've got to do some dinner.
And we've got training to do.
And we've got training and we've got packing. So that's what our week has looked like. That's what we kind of got planned for next week. So if you've enjoyed this video and you want to see more of the craziness,
because it's about to get crazy.
Yeah. And you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. Make
sure you like the video, share it if you've got anybody else like you that's interested in what we're doing.
Yeah. I am trying to put a bit more on Instagram. And I know I did say last week I'd be a bit better on Facebook and I haven't got there yet. But please bear with us. It is a crazy time. But I will put the handles for both of those in here, so that if you want to go and follow us over there, you can. And in the meantime, that's us for this week.
And we will see you next week.
Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, guys. Bye for now.
Bye.